So, morning everyone. It rained a little bit last night, not nearly as much as the night before. Got some hours in. Yeah, I'd already packed away most of my stuff, so hopefully most of it stayed relatively dry. Feeling a little bit better energy-wise. So yeah, just preparing for this move. Hopefully to a spot with better food. Yeah, I've already dismantled all of my snares and I'm gonna leave nothing behind. It's always a solid thing to do when you're camping, just in general, just leave the place the way you found it. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the brutality of this place. Oh man, the rain just drains you so much, it's insane. Yeah, so I'll be heading off in maybe an hour or so. Yep, so survival tip of the day is to keep all of your tools in good nick. So I've got my machete here. It's been super useful, but it's got a lot of wear and tear on it from cutting down all these trees and vines and stuff. So I actually hiked in with me a little pen diamond sharpener. So every morning before I set out on the day's activities or whatever, I'll spend a minute just sharpening and cleaning all my tools and making sure that they last, because you definitely need them out here. Survival tip of the day is to have a plan in your mind for the day. So it can obviously change, but it's always healthy for your mind to have a plan going forward, or have a goal to reach. Even if you don't reach it, it's always just useful to have a plan in your mind. So yeah, today's my hiking on day, so my plan is to hike really far down the downstream of the creek that I'm at, and find a decent spot with some more abundant food. So yeah, that's my plan for the day, and you should make one as well. Yeah, so my bag's packed, I'm ready to go. My camp has been deconstructed. I'm not exactly leaving it the way I found it because I chopped down a bunch of trees. But yeah, nothing artificial is being left here. And yeah, I'll see you along the way. Yeah, so I guess I'll share with you while I'm hiking along the actual importance of moving when you're running out of resources in a certain area. In a developed country like Australia, we're kind of used to settling down in one spot, having everything available to us, and I guess I fell into that trap a little bit when I set up camp the way I did. But yeah, Indigenous Australians were a nomadic people, and I guess I'll have to follow that example as I go forward, which I should have thought of to begin with. But anyway, here we are. So yeah, I'll keep trekking along and see you at the next spot. Yeah, so stopped for a break on my hike to the next spot, and thought I'd just share with you why I'm doing what I'm doing. So yeah, I've always loved the outdoors, and I've just finished my master's degree at university, so I thought before I settle down and take on the responsibilities of a proper adult, I'd do something crazy hectic, come out here and try to survive for 3 weeks. Now the spot that I've chosen is actually pretty insane. So it's a tropical rainforest in North Queensland, and I'm doing it in sort of mid-March, which is probably the worst time to actually do it. And that's on purpose. That's because I really wanted to challenge myself. So this time of year, not a whole lot of trees are fruiting. We're in the middle of the wet, so it's raining pretty much all the time. Those first 2 days that I had without rain, or first few days, were pretty rare. Pretty early in the morning right now, so it won't bucket down for a few hours, but it is coming. And yeah, so doing something crazy hectic in the hardest time of year, right before I settle down, was the goal. So yeah, that's me. Yeah, just taking another little break on my way downstream. It is 2:30 right now, so the day's getting on. I should probably find a spot relatively soon. The train is changing, which is good. It might mean there's foods that I recognize. But I'll just share with you why this trip is especially hectic for me. I have never been in this part of the forest before. I certainly didn't grow up in North Queensland. I'm actually from Brisbane. But yeah, so I'm not familiar with this area very much at all. The closest I've been is probably 50, 60 kilometers up in the range, just to look out briefly. I could guess at what would be around food-wise, just from things I've read and from knowing other forests. But yeah, it's not like I came here knowing what I would find and, you know, having a relatively easy go of it. This is all new to me, this immediate area. So yeah, it's been interesting. I knew that I probably wasn't going to get any fish here, apart from like the odd turtle or eel or something, but yeah, I knew there wasn't a whole lot of marine life or freshwater life going around. So yeah, I'm a very keen fisherman, so it's another reason why I avoided the coastline. It just, like, to me it would have been a bit of a cop out, a bit too easy to gather food on a coast. But yeah, this sort of deep rainforest in the middle of the wet, where I don't know, is about as rough as I can get to right now. So yeah, let's get in it. Yeah, so danger of the day is mushrooms. They are everywhere during the wet. They sprout out from underground sort of main bodies. The mushrooms themselves are actually a fruiting body. But yeah, this one looks pretty mean. I have no idea what it is, but a general survival tip is to avoid eating mushrooms, because even if you know what they are, they don't have a whole lot of energy or protein or anything really that your body desperately needs. So yeah, mushrooms are quite abundant. I have actually eaten some coral mushroom on the trip so far, just because it's super easy to identify, and it was a nice little snack. But really, just steer clear of mushrooms and focus on more substantial meals. You best start believing in survival situations, Mr. Redmond. You're in one! Yeah, so I think I found my new spot, finally. It's looking pretty solid. I saw a ton of bush turkeys on my hike in, so that's encouraging. And right here, there are 3 edible palm trees. So, 4 actually. There's a lot of them around. I'll have plenty of food, and it's not going to taste the greatest, but yeah, I'll see how I go. The area is actually really interesting. It's like a transition between sort of wet rainforest and sort of dry shoal and yeah, like dry woodland. So yeah, lots of diversity going around, which is good for me because it means I've got more options for food. Not sure if I'll get to anything except these heart of palm today because I am exhausted. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Still have to get a shelter up and yeah, so got a bit of work to do. Definitely going to be sore tomorrow, but I'll deal with that later.